membership. We sell Salamester products on one side of our business. The other side of our business is we put on these free nutritional classes. If you look on the back of your book here that you will take with you, if you have any organization that you'd like to see have one of these classes, it's at no cost to you. We do ask that you market the class. You get us RSVPs for at least 20 people, okay? And we'll put on the class, provide the information at no cost to you. You provide us a facility to use, and we provide the information. And what we're going to do is at the end of this, we're going to take about 3 minutes and tell you about the other side of our business. And right now, we're going to learn about some nutrition. Anybody have any questions yet? I've been involved with Salad Master off and on since 1986. And about 7 years ago, I lost my brother to cancer, my younger brother. 18 years ago, I lost my mom to cancer. So I took Dr. Neil Bernard's cancer survival cooking course. And I'm actually an instructor. I could actually, if I decided to buckle down, just do like Charnice is doing, going around doing those classes, but I also like to share the other information that comes as a result of this equipment. We're not going to cook all the recipes that you have in your book. The ones that we're going to do, when you go to your book, there's going to be a cancer-fighting cabbage salad, which Charnice has agreed to make for us. We're also going to do the 3-bean salad with brown rice. We're going to do the super easy veggie lasagna, and then we're going to do veggies in a blanket. And the lasagna, as a result of me not knowing what I was going to find when I got here, I went ahead and started that earlier today and made that. Okay, and then I just heated it back up when I got here. Now, I did have the book, some of you saw the book, so it literally shows you, so I'm just going to grab this myself here and go through the pictures one at a time with you, real briefly. One of the biggest time savers that you can possibly have in the kitchen is a really good food processor. And what I've done here is, where's that? I'm going to unselect everything real quick here so I can show you this. Is that showing up all right on the big screen? You see that all right? Do I need to move it? Which way do I need to move it? Okay. So these are all the ingredients that we have in the lasagna. So the first thing I did was I took a cold pan. Now I'm using an electric skillet, but you also have the ability to bake it in your oven. If you look in here, it tells you that if you're going to do in the oven, you bake at 375 degrees, covered for 25 minutes, then uncovered for another 25 minutes for a total cooking time of 50 minutes. With the electric skillet that we have, we turned it on at 300 degrees. In about 12 to 15 minutes, the little valve started clicking, and we reduced it to low for 30 minutes and it was done. So sometimes the equipment you use can accelerate the cook time for you. So I've added the sauce, and I have that's a bunch of carrots that I've added. Then I just kind of spread the carrots and the sauce around, and then I added the beans. A can of cannelloni beans. And then after that, I took just regular oven-ready lasagna noodles. You used to have to pre-cook noodles and then lay them all out all cooked. Just put them in here uncooked. Put some sauce on top. And then I took the zucchini, and I made like zucchini pasta, strung it out, spread that. Then Julian cut some yellow squash, and then we put a little bit of sauce. Then we added some more noodles. Then we added a layer of baby spinach and just pack it in there. Then I cut up a package of white mushrooms, button mushrooms. Then I put diced tomatoes right on top of that. Then I chopped up some onion, another layer of noodles, the sauce, and then this is cauliflower. Okay, I grated up cauliflower, put a little more sauce, and then turned it to 300 degrees, waiting for the valve to click, and that's the lasagna. So what I'm going to do right now is, we're going to go ahead and let you start with some lasagna, if you like. And as you go through some of the dishes, you keep your fork and spoon as we try the different dishes. Wash my hands before I serve. Now, when you make this lasagna yourself, if there's certain seasonings that you particularly like, you feel free to add them at any layer you like, whether it's an Italian blend, heavy on the garlic, whether it's fresh or granulated or powdered garlic. I would avoid garlic salt, add fresh cracked pepper, you can even, they even have suggestions of adding like a salsa to it.
Could you substitute instead of the lasagna noodle, eggplant?
You probably could. It would make it maybe a little bit more watery. Okay? One of the challenges sometimes when you do a vegetable type lasagna is a lot of the vegetables have a very high water content. And the way we're cooking is in a moist heat. Okay? If you're cooking in a traditional oven, it'll be a dry heat. But what you're going to see is, we put all these bright colors in there, and then the zucchini is rich in vitamin A, vitamin C. The onion and is in the same family as the garlic, which is the anti-inflammatory and great cancer fighter. The mushrooms are rich in selenium, which is good for your brain. Cooked tomatoes are rich in lycopene. Okay, and very powerful antioxidant. According to Cancer Survivors Guide, okay, a recent Harvard study shows that men who consume 2 servings of cooked tomatoes per week had a 23% reduced risk of prostate cancer. Okay, other sources of the lycopene is like the salsa, diced tomatoes in stews, tomato juice, watermelon, grapefruit. Just about any vegetable is great in here. If you wanted to sweeten it up, cut up sweet potato and put that on the bottom layer. Really sweeten it up. So, there's not that many of us. Come on, take a look. So I just basically put it in the pan, I turned it on medium, it clicked, I turned it to low, and there it is. So
The noodles are done.
I hope so.
That's always the surprise, really.
Oh, life is full of surprises.
I love it.
Yeah, a lot of people cook noodles and then make their lasagna, but you really don't have to do that because, especially with the veggies, with the watery and the veggies, you can just do the dry noodles and they'll save you 20-30 minutes.
Yeah, and now they've got the pre-cooked ones, which who cares? You
And
can
but you
cook
know, I
them
never
just-
use pre-cooked in my skillet.
don't
I
have
just
to.
use regular noodles.
Yeah, you don't have to with this. That's nice.
Please grab a utensil, grab a plate.
Cutlery and
I mean, you just see the cavalcade of the vegetables right there, all the nice layers.
It looks delicious, Eric.
Well, come try some, Shirley.
When I finish working. I know how to behave, right?
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Ross, good one.
You're always in Jacksonville? Yes. I came, yes, to be here from Jacksonville. And I'm glad I did, to see this beautiful building and meet everyone.
Right, so I'm gonna make, you have to try it a little bit before you can work.
Everybody has a fork?
Looks pretty good.
all the ingredients are right there, and you put it together, make your own layers, however you want. Also, there's two picture books. Where's the books? Did you guys get a chance to see the picture book of how the lasagna went together, Brandy and Jet?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
We've got one right here.
Now, Brandy, can I bother you just for about 22 seconds? Can you
Absolutely.
come up here a second?
Absolutely.
Brandy makes a line of seasonings, is that correct? No, what was it?
I don't do the seasonings. I'm a holistic health coach.
Holistic health coach.
Connie does the seasonings.
Oh, my apologies
No.
for getting you mixed up with her.
Nope, we were sitting right next to each other, really. So,
Okay,
absolutely.
Is this in line with what you would teach with your holisticness?
Absolutely. Calling out what,
I mean,
everything does
and
and how
what-
it benefits you.
And I have no credentials other than the Food for Life class and life experiences doing this. But, I mean, have you been schooled for this or
I
anything?
have 2 certifications.
What are they?
So I have
Tell them.
I have a certification with IIN, which is the #1 health coaching school.
What's the name of it?
IIN,
That's an initial?
Institute of Integrative Nutrition.
Oh,
And then I'm also
Cool.
certified through Dr. Sears as well, for his adults program.
So this way of cooking and serving the food was falls on.
Absolutely.
'Cause-
Nope, you're spot on.
From AdventHealth?
No, I have my own company.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Brandy.
yep. Connie's got a good seasoning.
Okay. Well, you may find, I don't know, with cooking with the flavor we're getting out of this food, do you really need much else in there?
I think this has a lot of flavor to me.
So that is our lasagna. If you'd like more, we'll have more. And did you try it, Shanice?
Excellent.
You're just being nice.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm gonna take some back.
So what we're gonna do now is, Charnice is gonna make the cabbage salad. You can make multiple varieties of this cabbage salad. You can add different things, when you find different flavors to your tasting. But Charnice, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you. No, that was really good. I love the beans in it. That's a different spill. I'm gonna do the cabbage salad. And I do have some information regarding the nutritional value of the cabbage salad. This is extremely dense salad. And a lot of people don't realize that cabbage salad is better than traditional lettuce salad. It lasts 5 times as long. And it's more versatile to me. The cruciferous vegetables, that's the flowery vegetables like your broccoli. But what we have here is a red and white cabbage. It has great cancer-fighting properties. It's great in fiber. Dr. Neil Bernard recommends you do 40 grams of fiber a day. The average doctor says less, between 28 and 30. He says 40. So what we do in plant-based, we eat a lot of fiber-filled food. And I'm going to show you how fast it is. The core helps get rid of the gassy feeling of the fiber. So when you eat the core of the cabbage, a lot of people throw this away, but this is a very nutritional part of the cabbage. And you don't throw this away. You keep this part. And it's cooking made easy. Eric told me to make sure to say that. Cooking made easy. The reason why we do not cook because it's too hard for some of us. So I'm going to show you how easy this salad is going to be. Another thing, the mango has a lot of beta carotene, which boosts the immune system. And also, you're going to have a boost of vitamin C with the orange and what have you. And Dr. Neil Bernard's study shows that women who consume just 1 serving of beta carotene rich food per day can reduce their risk of breast cancer by 24%. So he is all about prevention before you get there. So he does recommend eating raw live food. I tell people, many raw live food, but a lot of people say it's very gassy. But at the same time, when it comes to beans, the secret to that is to cook it longer. So Eric, you cook your beans really long, it wasn't crunchy, and so you're not gonna have that gassy effect of beans. So I'm going to get started on the salad. You said that was an accident?
Yeah, and Dr. Arthur said we'll see.
We will see.
We get gassier.
Okay. Now, when I first became plant-based, I was very, yes, I had to deal with that. I had to laugh at myself with all that going on, right? So I tell the people in class, you know, and Erin, I told people in class, and I just got married too. So I was trying to be cute about everything, and I just got married, and I decided to become vegan. So you know my husband didn't like that part, and then I became a gassy vegan, right? But plant-based, I'm not vegan, plant-based, let me say that. Now, what is the difference between a vegan and a vegetarian? Anybody?
Morality?
They eat, no animal anything.
Right. A vegetarian don't eat animals either. So, anybody know the difference between a vegan and a vegetarian?
No animal byproducts?
Huh?
No animal byproducts?
No, right. Anything that comes from something that has an eye or a mother, right. But the real difference between a vegan and a vegetarian is that a vegetarian has friends. I'm gonna get y'all to laugh, okay? So I found out that when I became plant-based, people started asking me to party. Listen, we're not gonna ask you because you're not gonna eat anything we have up there. So we're going to get started.
It'll stop rolling.
So vegetarian has friends, so remember that, okay? I stole that joke from somebody, I don't know where. So we're gonna get started Cooking Made Easy, and this other side of my business is that I am a consultant for Salad Master, but the reason why, because I love easy cooking. I love to have this available when I'm ready to make a salad. So I'm gonna use 2 cones, but you see several cones here, and this is cone 1, and this right here, and they have it named. I'm gonna use these 2 cones here, cone 1 and 2. But you're gonna see these other cones, which is designed for slicing and waffling and French fry. But right now, I'm just gonna show you how easy it is to make a cabbage salad. Now, I just lock the cone here, and I make sure it's pressed solid, and I keep this on my counter. So when I'm ready to make a salad, I make a salad. So, we're gonna start out with the red cabbage, and I'm just using a small red cabbage. I'm gonna make enough salad to feed at least 15 people, Eric, with this amount of food, but we're not gonna go there, right? So I'm gonna start here like this, and just turn it to the side a little bit, like this. And it's good to keep the core, because the core will prevent the cabbage from separating. When you cut the cabbage up and you have the core out of it, it keeps it from separating. Now, what I'm going to do also, that when I get really close, I don't want, these are very sharp blades. Each one is like 9 knives working at the same time, so there's 9 of me working, okay? So I just put this inside the protection guard, and you can see how great, isn't this beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? I just love red cabbage. So I'm gonna do the second one. Now I'm doing this very fine because it's easy to chew, right? Let's go to the side here. Now this is a 1/4 of a cabbage. With this, the way I'm cutting right here with my machine, I can do 8 servings with just this 4th head of cabbage. 8 servings. That's a lot. So from the old school, I always had to cook a whole cabbage for 8 servings. So, look at this. I love cabbage soup, what have you. But I'm eating this live. I always tell people that food is either live, semi-live, or dead, right? So you go to the buffet, live, semi-live, or dead, right? So one thing about it, this is live. Semi-live could be a little steam. So here it is. Oh gosh. You see how easy this is? Now I'm just making salad. Now with the same cone, this is cone 2, I'm gonna do my granny apple. I prefer granny apple versus regular apple, but if you don't like granny apple, and granny apple is good for apple fight inflammation, but granny apple itself in the cooking area is good to go in your recipes, okay? But can you see how I'm cutting the apple and the core is still here. So, and look at it. Now when I do oatmeal, which is great, I just do my granny apple, just like this, and I do my own oatmeal with granny apple on top and a little maple syrup. Cabbage salad. I have a lady that eats cabbage salad every single day to help fight cancer for the prevention method. But look at all this apple, and I'm cleaning it going this way. Now, I'm going to take this off right now. Let me take that off. And let me put this right here. And I'm going to add cone 1. And I'm going to zest my orange. Okay? So easy. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. Now, when I do this, I'm for real. I mean, I just love to zest orange and lemon with this right here. This is also good for zesting my garlic. If I want, this is also good for putting cheese. I don't buy cheese. I don't eat cheese technically unless it's plant-based cheese. But I try to buy my cheese whole. I tell people who eat the dairy cheese, buy your cheese whole, and then you can do it here. It lasts longer, and you'll get more out of it. Besides, cheese has that cellophane-like coating that separates it. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. I'm gonna juice the orange. Now, where's my knife? Thank you, Eric. Now, what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna stop and kind of wipe my area up. Thank you. Thank you, Eric.
You're welcome.
But I need it back up.
Oh, okay.
Because I am going to juice my orange. Oh, it smells so good. I technically do not buy, let's say, if I want, this right here is going to be my flavor and my dressing for my salad. If you really want a kick in it, you can zest ginger in here if you like, okay? It's a sideline to give it an extra kick. But I'm just gonna just juice my orange like this. Take my time. Lime. Give it a little kick. You want lime in your salad. You see how that juice coming out? So when I'm doing different types of dressings, I don't really buy oranges. I just buy just one orange. So to keep me from wasting. Look at that right there. Now, Eric, this is a nice, fresh orange. You bought this, huh? So, and I'm just going to squeeze the rest of it out. There we go. Oh, wow. Thank you.
Well,
Any questions so far?
Well, like the cabbage is kind of a blank, it's a blank page, you know, you can add any kind of number of flavors to it, so this is a fantastic, I like the orange. You know, there's any number of things that people could add to it that would be
Yes.
flavorful.
So what else would you think your add to your cabbage salad?
Yeah, it's lemon,
strawberries,
lime,
blueberries.
yeah, radishes.
Walnuts.
Walnuts, red beans. Have anyone ever thought about red beans? Adding beans to your cabbage salad, it tastes very good. I'm gonna squeeze this, get that juice out. Red beans onto the cabbage salad, black beans.
Yeah, that would be great.
Did you get any of those on
I'm just getting that out, wiping it. Now going this way, I'm cleaning, it doesn't cut going backwards like this. But I'm just gonna do my cabbage, I'm gonna do my carrots, celery.
Some of the nurses were jealous because they smell good.
you? You're welcome to come in. Invite them in.
Now I don't wanna get too close, so I'm just gonna put it right here. Okay. finished. Now, besides talking, can you see? I always volunteer for parties to bring the salad. Can you see how easy that is? And they thought I worked so hard at this, and I haven't. So I'm just going to do the last carrot. See how fast that is?
That's also great for cutting if you're gonna do a carrot and raisin salad, carrot and carrot cake.
Oh, yes.
Also, I mean, when I was a kid, I had an aunt who used to put carrots in the Jello. I couldn't figure out why, but it was always there.
So I'm just cleaning it out. I'm getting all the goodness out from the inside, and I'm getting all the goodness out from the back. Okay, and thank you for helping me remember that. Got the mango in here.
You can very easily substitute strawberry for the mango.
Strawberry with this, with my process, I kind of let my strawberry be a little hard, a little frozen a little bit before I put it in here, but it's great. Celery. But as far as dry, I love raisins because I got that sweet tooth, and I love cranberry. So raisin, I love nuts, raisin, and cranberry. So guess what? They all in this salad when I make it. Okay? Oh, that smells so good. So fresh. So now, we're gonna get ready to serve. Get this out of the way. Now, who would like some salad? Everybody. Okay. Oh, this is so.
Take them off.
And look at the colors.
Ooh, that looks good.
Oh, thank you very much.
I tell people all the time that the colors are just created for you to be attractive to the food. That's why you got Ronald McDonald with the Golden Arches, right? But we don't go there. So man created a way to keep you attracted to fast food restaurants. It's the colors.
Golden arches.
And red and white.
Some more?
Oh, that smells so good.
All right. And no oil in this?
I did not put any, I'm glad you mentioned that. Because usually when you put salad dressing, you got to pay attention to the label read is very important, as you already know. And we don't have any added oil in here. No. No, we have no oil in this salad. No added,
Yeah, she let me
sugar.
have, she's making me do the one with
Natural
the oil in
sugar.
it.
No, so
Natural
this thing
sweetener.
isn't about salad dressings. They're
Uh-huh.
all a bunch of junk anyway.
Uh-huh.
But healthy, oils are more important to start increasing in our diet now because we know that those healthy fats,
Mm-hmm.
are really what our bodies are needing more than sweet.
Mm-hmm. So one thing about it, we don't, well, for this recipe, we don't add oil. Now one thing about it is that we do, like I said, we do add the orange juice or the lemon and lime. We do add the, besides the natural fat, you'll get out your nuts, but we don't add
And
oil
does
in
the
this
orange
recipe.
keep it from turning brown faster?
That's right. Yes, it helps. And also lemon as well. And if you don't like oranges and you don't like lemon, then you can do the vinegar, balsamic vinegar. Thank you. It was on the tip of my tongue. Balsamic vinegar. If you don't want
apple cider, whatever.
yes, if you don't want apple cider, you can use balsamic, and it keeps
You want
on
apple
turning. Huh?
You-
Well,
it- it-
Yeah, you want it, but a lot of
taste.
people don't like the flavor. Yeah, you want it.
Balsamic tends to color everything though.
Mhm.
So you kind of want to keep the fresh color, and so the apple cider
So apple cider,
change
that
the
sounds
color
good.
of it. So
I do a
like
nice.
putting beets in there, everything's going to be red unless you use a beet.
And you're right, and that, in my salad, the color does change, sometimes, but what I use mainly, I use a combination of apple cider, and or seasoned red rice vinegar. You ever tried that? I know you have, but red rice vinegar, apple cider, along with, ginger and orange juice, and I kinda come up with my own little dressing.
Well, usually rice vinegar is white and red grape vinegar is.
It's red.
I haven't seen red rice vinegar.
No, seasoned rice vinegar is what I said. Seasoned rice vinegar.
Oh, I thought you said red rice
Uh-huh.
vinegar.
I meant to say seasoned rice
That's good
vinegar.
for lowering cholesterol,
Mhm.
but I've never seen it made, actually. Red rice is good, as good
Seasoned
for
rice
cholesterol. Okay,
So, I do a lot of seasoned rice vinegar.
seasoned with.
I do it in a lot of my, well, mainly I just add fruit to it, or I can add ginger to it, and sometimes I add, a little, if I'm doing Asian dishes, I may add something,
Turmeric.
amino,
Amino acids.
acid, yeah. Anything that's not soy sauce, I add to it.
I know it's not what?
Soy sauce.
Soy sauce.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
So that's it. So, Eric?
Well, Shanice, get some for yourself.
You would add, you can add more apple, or you can add more orange.
Yes.
I can't even taste the apple.
Can't taste the apple. It's a strong ginger, it's a strong granny apple. A lot of people take, that's the first thing they say they taste. That's orange.
It could be, combination of the orange and also the carrots that overpower the apple.
That's
a little
good.
bit.
To me, that is good. You can't taste the apple because granny apple is strong for me. So I know, I'm very sensitive to the granny apple when I eat it.
Yeah, I tasted the orange as well.
Okay, great. Well, I juice it very well then. Okay. You can get y'all plates.
Thank you very much.
Red delicious apple is good, if you don't want granny. Any type of apple is good, doesn't matter. Thank you. Okay.
So the next item on the menu we're gonna do is a 3-bean salad with brown rice. And, again, we're gonna use our Salvency food processor, helps out a little bit. And, number 2, kind of,
Number 2, come.
yeah, for the guy here.
Oh, I didn't put my stuff back.
It's all good, Charlie, it's all good.
I'm only kidding.
There's a lot of varieties of that salad you can do. It's just to show you that you just basically, you can empty out the fruit drawer, the vegetable bin, put some things together, and give yourself a nice variety. So in this 3-bean salad, this is gonna be extremely high in fiber, leaving you full and satisfied. It's also rich in protein, iron, calcium. It's actually better when it's served chilled, okay, gives the flavors a chance to marinate. Sometimes you might want to make it and let it sit overnight, maybe. It's also great for breakfast, even traveling. Fresh cooked beans would actually be best, but for this particular scenario, I do have canned beans. But we're also going to be putting in here, the carrots for the beta carotene, which helps prevent the breast cancer. We're going to have brown rice, which has more fiber and will help with that full feeling. And sometimes some people, like in this particular recipe, is calling for some Italian dressing. Some people might want to use balsamic vinegar or even a salsa or something like that. So what it has me doing here is, I got some red bell pepper. So I'm just gonna put it right on top here, just chopping it up nicely for us. Now this machine does have the ability to peel vegetables. So when you put it down the back, you'll notice that actually some of the outer skin will actually come off the bottom. And because I don't want the larger chunks, I'll literally remove them and throw them away, but I have enough cut to have the flavor that we're going to want from the bell pepper. And as you learn how to use the machine, you can use it with or without the guide. The guide helps control it, so you don't have to worry about putting your fingers in here. And there's no harm on the inside. So there's our red bell pepper. And then some onions, where's your little cover with the cutting board? If I get the cutting board back here, Shrinks. Thank you. So I'm going to take some onion. And we can cut it right from underneath the peel. Now we can have an onion without tears. So we have our pepper and our onion in there. And then we do some celery now. With the celery, we have an option. I can either do a straight cut with my number 4 blade. Nice little slices. But if you notice, most of the strings come out. Celery's bittersweet. The strings are the bitter part. Okay, the meat's the sweet part. The strings, you can lay them out in the sun, let it dry, just a dental floss, a double blade in garbage disposal. And it said it takes more calories to chew it than it actually has. But however you chew it up is the way it comes out. It's a little too much fiber. That's why they suggest not giving it 2 babies. So we're going to get instant replay. And if you like a slightly different cut, a little garnish, you can go to number 5. It's just like a ruffle cut. Those ruffles have ridges. So now we have, a little fancy. Some people call that the mother-in-law cut. You cut your vegetables like that. Your mother-in-law doesn't know about this. She'll be up all night long trying to figure out how you did that. Okay. And let's see here. So they want me to put some, a little bit of salt, a little bit of black pepper, the brown rice. Why do I have carrots here? I got carrots here on the plate for some reason.
Beta carotene.
Okay, we'll put it in there. We'll go with finer cut of carrot. Probably enough for some color. Right there. It says we had some corn here. Got a cup of corn that's been frozen. It was frozen. I mean, if you're going to take it, if you're going to make a couple years of corn and cut it off, that would be best. Fresh is best, frozen is fine, canned is banned when it comes to your fresh vegetables. And top of the brown rice. I could put it through here, but I won't do it here. Okay. And then we're gonna add our beans.
I understand they're good for your heart.
They are.
Isn't that what that used to say? Beans are good for your heart.
Yeah. And they actually, my grandfather was one of the founding fathers of a town in New Jersey called Ocean City. And they gave me the plaque that said, "George, eat more beans. Ocean City needs the gas."
Good come back on that one. He's fast.
He's fast.
Now it also suggests here that we do put some dressing in here as well. And mix this about a little bit. If you see a couple of big pieces you don't want in there, just take it out while you're mixing it about. The recipe calls for it, so I'm adding it only because it calls for it. Some salt and pepper. That's what I'm only using half what it says. Hopefully it's still good. And some dressing. So now, just toss it out. Call for 3-minute salad. welcome to put it in your same bowl. You want a new bowl? By all means, whatever makes you happy.
Same bowl works.
So that's our 3-bean salad. Is that relatively fast? You know, it doesn't take a lot of effort to cook healthy. I know when I was growing up, to cook healthy, you know, I thought it was nothing but alfalfa sprouts and cottage cheese. And I didn't realize how good it could be when you meld the right vegetables and everything together.
Any more? Anybody?
Ross, you trying that too?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
I got you.
Okay, so
Now, if any of those out there with credentials about nutrition want to add anything, we're happy to hear about it.
yes.
Even if you don't have credentials and you know more than I do, which is probably easy for some of y'all, bring it on, please. Help us know more. That's how we learn, by experienced people who know more than we do. Help share the information,
I would add one thing about beans, if you don't mind.
please.
It's always cheaper to buy beans dry. You already know that, but it's an effort in cooking. So the good way to cook beans is that you can quick cook. And quick cook, some of you know about quick cook beans. You put it on top of the stove and boil and wait for an hour. And then rinse it out and go back and cook it for about an hour and a half.
So you cook it and turn it off and cook it and turn it off? Is that what you're doing?
It's called quick cook. You let it boil, not for an hour. Just when it boils, you let it sit for an hour and like go to work, right?
Why,
Let it go to
it's
work.
still boiling for the whole
No,
night?
no. You let it boil, you turn it off, and it sit for an hour or more.
You put the lid on it?
No.
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 It's open?
Uh-huh.
And then you take the water out that first,
And then when you get ready to cook, then you
More
rinse it and
fresh
take the
water.
water out. Huh?
then you put fresh water in
That's
the
right.
second time.
The second time.
Okay.
So let's say if I have somewhere to be within an hour and a half or 2 hours, and I want some beans, I just do the quick cook by putting on top of the stove, and as soon as it's boiled, I turn it off. And I walk away, come back later on, and then I rinse it, put new fresh water in it with my seasoning, cumin and all that, and cook it for an hour and a half. So that's better than me, it's better than slow cooking if I don't want to slow cook or anything like that. It'll be done in an hour and a half. So we're talking about black beans and just about any kind of beans, except for lentils. Lentil takes less time, about 45 minutes or 30 to 45 minutes. And also, the longer you cook beans, like I said before, the less gassy it is. And then you get that foam off it like that. So beans, dry beans is a whole lot cheaper than canned beans, but if you're in a hurry, then canned beans is okay. Wash the sodium, that's the main thing. So that's what I learned about beans. Anybody else like to add something to it? For the group?
That sounds fantastic if you forgot to soak them overnight. I think there's something. to be
Well,
said.
soaking overnight is the second way. You can soak it all night long, but
Yeah,
and-
and cook them about an hour and a half. So that's the other.
See, that's me. I forget to soak it overnight.
Fennel, put fennel seeds in it.
Uh-huh.
I know, so that's
Oh,
what
put
they
fennel seeds. What about that?
Well, they decrease the gas, plus they're a major spice in things like sausage. So they give it kind of a meaty flavor, meatier
Okay.
flavor than just cumin. So
Okay.
fennel is a good friend in a lot of things, because it helps with digestion.
Thank you. Because I had a lot of fennel.
And it's good.
It is. It's
It
sweet.
tastes good.
It's good in Italian dishes. I
And
love
it's
it.
nice in Italian.
I had put on my sauce fennel. I put it on my Italian.
Fennel and bay leaf and stuff like that, but also, Cajun or anything that is a little, also like Mexican and stuff like that.
And there is I don't have the recipe, but there is a black bean, you can easily find online, but you can make a fudge out of black beans. So you don't have to use, you can make fudge out of black beans. One of my classes, a lady brought that to class and it was so delicious. That's it, Eric, thank you.
Is that, the beet salad taste all right?
I'm thinking of what I could add to it to kick it up a notch.
But it's a starting point,
Right, exactly.
okay? And with what we add, I mean, you know, we're giving you something heart healthy, cancer preventing, diabetic friendly, you know? And if you can meet those three categories with what you cook, one of the things you don't have to worry about is you don't have to worry about overeating, because you're not eating what nutritionists call dead food. I don't know if any of y'all have ever been to, excuse an example, Chinese buffet. You eat till you're gorged, but yet you're somehow still hungry because the food had little to no nutritional value left, so your body has not satisfied its cravings. When you eat more nutritious foods, your taste buds and your body become satisfied sooner, and you'll find yourself eating less and feeling satisfied longer. We have more of the cabbage salad, we have more of the beef, we have more of the lasagna, if any of y'all would like any of that. Any questions, any comments at this time? Food soup all right for you back there, ADA?
It is. I took pictures of these two, not the lasagna though, from my social media posts.
Okay.
Great.
Thank you. So what's left is the veggie blankets. And this is a work in progress, folks. We really appreciate you coming out. This is the first time we've actually done this class. And so we'd be very interested in any feedback you could give us, how we can make it a little better. You know, maybe a few, I don't know, a few more jokes, a few less jokes.
Too late.
It is what it is. Okay.
Are you always gonna bring a beautiful woman with you to your site, be your,
Charnice is not always available. We haven't been together since Valentine's Day. We were at a
Yeah, we would go on my anniversary with my husband. But
Her husband?
yes, we had a state international convention.
you know, we were at the Hyatt Regency in Dallas over Valentine's Day together. But it was fun, wasn't it?
It was fun.
With 2,000 of your closest friends, right?
I love Texas. I've never been there. Anybody been to Dallas? Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous.
So, veggies in a blanket, okay? How easy can it get? Let's see. A cup of hummus or bean spread, tortillas, carrots, cabbage leaves, or baby spinach, or alfalfa sprouts, or bean sprouts. Do they have a bowl somewhere here? Do they have one? Let's see. They have some containers here somewhere. There we go. Where's the bowl? So we're going to make a couple different kinds of these. And for some of my topping, I'm going to use some carrots. Got the number one coming, please? Thank you. And again, with this, it's so time consuming to grate up carrot. You know, wouldn't you rather use an old-fashioned knuckle buster? Okay, so I got some carrot there. So let's see what it suggests here. So find the right. We got some little notes for me to read when I go along through this here. Okay, really convenient snack, great for parties, events, traveling. Sometimes you sprinkle a little carrots on top. Easy to make varieties. All veggies is good here. although tomatoes and cucumbers might make it a little bit on the soggy side. And also another, where I'm gonna use the hummus today, sometimes you might wanna do a blend of maybe half black beans and half pinto beans with a little bit of salsa and a little cumin added to it. Make a nice little topping. So we're literally gonna take it, just take our hummus. Spread some on. And then we bless you. One of these, we're gonna add some alfalfa sprouts on one of them. Take a cabbage leaf on the other. So lays flat for me. Sprinkle a little carrot. No, I do not work at Taco Bell. Knife, please.
Oh, sorry.
Now, remember, I slaved for hours making these. And stay.
I've never get a tortilla to mine.
Say again.
I said, I've never been able to get a tortilla to mine, that's awesome.
So, this is cabbage, this is alfalfa sprouts. Alfalfa and cabbage. If you want to get one of each, we got enough for everybody. I know, this just takes way too long to make.
I'm good.
Yep. You know the cabbage ones?
Sure.
Is that Randy?
These are wheat tortillas, I thought they looked like corn.
Charnice, they left one for you.
Thank you.
Okay, so what do you guys like better, alfalfa or cabbage? Was there enough flavor in it? Need a little more zest on it?
I like the alfalfa.
Alfalfa's good.
Okay,
I
so,
like the crunch of the cabbage, I think I probably would like the bean sprouts.
well, that's another option you can do with these. So I'm gonna go ahead and make two more for y'all. I'll do one
That
with
is
spinach
good.
and one with the alfalfa sprouts. But again, the hard work of spreading the dip.
Wow.
And top, filling.
You did a good job rolling that up too, Eric.
Yeah, I'm not applying to Taco Bell or, what's the other place, Tijuana Flats.
A lot of people don't know that even Taco Bell can be plant-based by keeping out the cheese out of the bean burrito. They would do that for you. So if you want a bean burrito and you're in a rush, you can go to Taco Bell and they would leave cheese out. So I'm always looking for plant-based options. Is there anyone plant-based in here with me? Am I the only one that's plant-based?
Jen.
Okay.
It was pretty good.
I'm trying to think what.
There's a restaurant over in Edenton.
Okay.
I'm grain free.
You're green free?
Have you been there?
What is green free? I'm sorry.
But she
Grain.
toned it down.
Oh, grain, okay. I'm sorry. I was like, what's grain free?
What's grain free?
No.
Celiac disease.
No, I thought you said green free.
Grain.
I got you.
No grains.
Okay, spinach and then alfalfa again.
That's the trouble with being vegan, it's really grain-based, and so we know so much more about the problems with grains now, including
What if, because of the gluten.
gluten
But some
the
grains don't
additives.
have, some grains don't have
and
gluten
cross
in it.
reactors like corn. What?
What about buckwheat? Do you try buckwheat?
Buckwheat? I'm fine, thank you.
Try to try spinach?
Oh, quinoa?
I think I imagine that.
I think-
Quinoa is a grain, yeah.
But I think they're gluten free, I'm not gonna say.
Well, they say that quinoa and oats and, what was the other one? Oh,
Buckwheat.
buckwheat, yeah. Who wants to eat buckwheat?
There is a buckwheat noodle that I can make a mean Thai
Yeah,
noodle out of
it's
it.
not the.
Yes, yeah, I like that. I want to eat
And
buck.
noodles are
There
great.
is a buckwheat noodle that you
But
get
rice,
yeah.
but I find people that are sensitive to grains, they do better with no grains whatsoever.
Okay.
Maybe occasionally some rice.
So is everything all right, folks? Anybody want seconds of anything? We've got more of everything. I can make more veggie blankets if you like.
Oh, very flavorful,
Flavorful and colorful.
colorful. Delicious.
I have a rainbow chart. I only have one with me, but I thought I had more, but I did not. I give this out to my class, but I tell them to take a picture of it because they always lose it. But this is, they can, when they go to the store, they're reminded what to